Welcome back everyone to another pogo stick video. In today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to do some beginner pogo stick tricks. Before we start, make sure you have your headgear or any other protection that you need because learning new tricks can be dangerous sometimes. Also, getting this out of the way at the very beginning, I understand not everyone has a vertigo pogo stick. It is one of the higher end pogo sticks, so these beginner tricks are going to be able to be done on any pogo stick. Whether or not it's a Foam Master or any generic pogo stick, these tricks are all considered basic. So I just want to get that out of the way and let's get into the video. So for the first trick, we're going to be doing a no footer. This trick is very basic and all you're doing for this trick is taking your feet off of the pegs when you're in the air. So for this trick, make sure you have the good hold on the handlebars and keep them close to your hips while at the same time taking your feet off of the pegs. You don't have to start big. I will show you right now how you can start and how you can progress. So beginning, you won't be taking your feet off very much. Let your feet float off of the pegs when you're mid bounce. So watch here for an example. So you can see how I just let my feet come off of the pegs when I bounced, and that's the most pure way of learning how to get better at this trick. Once you are comfortable with letting your feet come off the pegs and you're still landing on the pogo stick, that's when you can start extending your feet outwards and making your trick more flashy. So as you get comfortable doing that, this is what your no footer should look like. So that trick is called the no footer. So this next trick is going to be one-handers and no-handers. This trick is also a very good basic trick to have because there are many more advanced tricks where you're going to be needing to take your hands off the pogo stick to do different things like touching pegs or letting go in the air, etc., etc. So for this trick, make sure you are squeezing the pogo stick tight with your legs so that you have full control over what's happening underneath of you. While you're in midair, get practice letting go with the hand and grabbing back onto the handlebars as you're coming to the ground. Practice both sides, and when you get comfortable, you can start practicing letting go with both hands, getting more extension, and then that way your trick will look better in the end. So here I will show you what it's going to look like as you progress to the most fancy and flashiest form of these moves. So, hugging the pogo stick with your legs, keeping your feet tight, pulling the handlebars into your feet so that you have a secure bounce, letting go, and putting your hands back on. And as you get better at this, you can really throw your arms up, let go a little bit more, throwing your arms out, and when you're ready for the no-hander, practice by letting go a little, grabbing back on, and then when you get really good at it, you can really throw your arms out sideways. So at this point, you should know no footers, one-handers, and no-handers. Those are three very good tricks to know if you want to progress higher in pogo stick tricks. For the next trick we're going to be learning, it's a 180 bar spin. This trick is a combination of both tricks we just learned. So in this trick, you will be in the air, passing the handlebars one to another. This is what it's going to look like. So to do this trick, you really need to have your no-footers and your one-handers and no-handers down pat. To begin this trick, your feet are going to be floating off the pegs like a small no-footer. At the same time, you're going to be passing the pogo stick hand to hand like this in the air. One hand lets go, and the other hand is going to be bringing the handlebar to that hand, and you're handing it off. One mistake I see in a lot of beginners is people try and let go and just throw it, let the pogo stick do its own thing, but that's when it gets really messy. That's when you're going to be landing on the pogo stick and falling backwards. So make sure it really is a handoff from one hand to another. Practice this move on the ground several times until you're good with the movement before you take it to the air. So handing the pogo stick one hand to another, letting go, passing it off, and landing. So here's the combination and what it's going to look like in the end. So focus now as my feet float off when I do this trick. And now focus in at my hands, how I perform this handoff. So that is the 180 bar spin. The next trick we're going to be learning is a peg grab. Peg grabs are a big part of the X-Pogo sport, and there's lots of different variations. So I'm going to be teaching you the most basic peg grab so you can have a good foundation. So for this trick, how I recommend to start trying it is you have to be really confident with your one-handers, and also you need to be good with balancing on your pogo stick. If your balance is kind of off, this trick might be harder to land because you'll be landing sideways and all sorts of different wonky ways. So for this trick, as you learn it, I recommend start reaching down and grabbing back to the handlebars as a practice, because eventually, as you get comfortable reaching down, you'll eventually be able to work your way down to grabbing the pegs in the air. So make sure you're squeezing the tube of the pogo stick tight with your knees on this one, because that's how you're going to be able to turn the pogo stick and really reach your hand down. So squeezing tight with your knees on the pogo stick, practice reaching down, and then eventually working your way down as you get comfortable to grabbing the pegs. This is what it should look like. And so that's the peg grab. So the fifth and final trick I'm going to be showing you guys today in this short video is called the B-spence. This trick involves letting go with one hand as well as doing a no-footer. So it's basically a no-footer and a one-hander at the same time, and then you land back on the pogo stick. So for this trick, you're going to want to do it in this order. Get comfortable taking your feet off, and when you have really good extension on your no-footers, you really have those down pat, then you're going to be taking your hand off a little bit at a time, and then by the end of it, you should have really good extension in all of your limbs while you do this. So this is what it should look like as you progress and get better at the trick. Small no-footers, small one-handers, and then maybe working your way up into big B-spences. And so that is the B-spence. Thank you for watching today's tutorial video. This was a short video to show you guys who want to learn beginner tricks how to do beginner tricks. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see more tutorials or if you have other trick related videos that you want to see. Thank you for watching, and that is all for today.